Alright, so let's quickly summarize what we have learned. This chapter is about inbuilt functions. Python's built-in functions. There are so many different functions in Python, and you can see the list of them here. These are all built-in Python functions. There are 60 or 70 of them, and we don't have to worry about all of them at this point. As the need arises for you, you can just do a search, and probably the first hit is going to be the right function. And in this chapter, we have talked about like 10 functions. The first function was length. Length can be used to find out the length of an object. I specifically say object because it could be length of a number, it could be length of a string, it could be length of a list, it could be length of a dictionary, it could be length of any iterable object. So that's the length function. ABS stands for absolute. The word absolute means the magnitude of a number and not its sign. For example, minus 28 will be converted to 28. Minus 100.1 will be converted to 100.1. Basically, the sign is removed. Next, we had min and max, which stands for minimum and maximum. Once again, it's used to find out the minimum of a series of objects. Again, I say objects because it could be a series of alphabets, series of numbers. For example, a string can have a maximum character, alphabetically speaking, A through Z, and a minimum. And these functions will be able to get that for you. So in the next set of chapters, when we talk about data structures, you will see that these functions are very useful. Next, we have these type conversion functions. Think of them as special class of functions. They behave exactly like an inbuilt function, but I'm just grouping them because they have a special purpose. These are used to convert one object type to another. Again, when I mean object type, integer to a string, string to an integer, string to float. So these are all examples of converting one object type to another. And then finally, the input function. Now we have seen that quite a number of times. Whenever we want to get input from the user, use the input function. And just remember that input always returns a string. And if you want to get a number from the user, say the age of the user, make sure you use the corresponding type conversion functions. For example, if you want to get the age, you'll say convert it into an int. Or if you want to get a floating point like weight or height, you'll use the float function. Similarly, for some reason, if you want to convert a number to a string, you could use the string function. So that's built-in functions.